Do you think Codex is better than Claude Code?
In the last 3 weeks, yes.
And what are the differences that you're seeing when you work on X task in Claude versus the X task in Codex?
The token usage in Claude Code, you will hit the rate limit faster compared to Codex, even though Codex is more expensive.
For someone that's watching and just want to do it themselves, how would they use these tools?
So I would advise to...
What's a tool that you're using, maybe you're just starting to use, that's kind of underrated, that you're seeing in a few weeks, a few months could become something like a big deal?
Yeah, there is a tool called...
Imagine losing everything in a single night and turning it into a one-way ticket to live the life you actually wanted. That's Marc DeFanti. Today, he's an AI automation expert who helps businesses make real money with tools like Claude Code and Codex.
In order to max the use of AI, you need to be self-aware of your processes, and you also need to question yourself whether what you are doing is an efficient way of doing it.
But this is not some overnight success story. He earned it the hard way. Marc left Togo for Germany with a plan: study and build a future. Then a fire tore through his building, and in one night, everything was gone. No safety net, no plan B, so he started over. He rebuilt himself into an IT consultant and began climbing the corporate ladder. And this was the stable path, the sensible one. And on paper, it was working. But something didn't sit right. He knew he was made for more. So he did the thing most people only talk about. He walked away from everything he had built in Germany and set off for Dubai. He decided to put it all on the line and bet on himself. No safety of a job, no guarantees, just the conviction that he was going to make it work. A few months into moving into Dubai, he started his own YouTube channel and grew that channel from 0 to 5,000 subscribers in just 5 months. In this episode, we get into the weeds on how to actually use AI automation to grow your business and make more money. And we go deep on Marc's story, how to stay motivated when everything is against you, when to take the risk everyone tells you not to, why your environment quietly decides your future, and what it really takes to trust yourself. If you've ever felt like you were built for something bigger, this one's for you. Let's get into it.
So our previous guest, at the end of the episode, they said that when they achieve 100K per month personal income, that will really change their life. And I want to get your thoughts on this.
100,000 per month will help me personally a lot. It's not going to help me personally only. I think the people around me, family, friends, people who connect with me.
That answer tells me that you're someone who cares about others more than yourself to a certain degree.
Not necessarily, I would say. I would say at first it's about me, to be honest. But, I have family. I have like a black upbringing, and we don't come from money, right? And we want to make it. And having one in the family making it, it's showing proof that it is possible.
Talk to me about that, because coming from nothing and knowing, how far you've come right now, how does that start, and what kind of pressure does that put on you to make it work?
I feel like I've already won in the lottery, right? I was born in Togo, and I came with 10 years to Germany. And for me, it's like I have something most people will never have in their life, just because my father took the risk to move to Germany. So me as a child, I can just take the plane and then come to Germany, and with all these opportunities, I've already made it in life. But inside of me, since he took that risk, I feel like, okay, I need to push it even more. I need to make it happen. It will unlock a lot of things for my family. It will unlock a lot of things for me, myself. And that's why I have to go hard for it. Because I feel like children from migrants, they need to do 3 times more than their parents, because they have so much more opportunities and they need to use it.
Let's talk a little bit about the business stuff. Can you, I guess, just give the viewers some context on what it is you're doing, where you're going, and what the journey is right now?
Yeah, so right now I'm helping small and medium-sized businesses leveraging AI basically. And I'm doing also YouTube, like providing content for free on how to use AI and leverage it. But my background was in a consultancy. So I studied like business information systems. Then I was working for a consultancy for many years. And then I quit everything in Germany. I'm sure that I want to pursue something else. I want to be an entrepreneur, build my own business. Yeah, I quit everything, came to Dubai. And this is where I started like 7-8 months ago with my whole journey. I was in the e-commerce space, and I've lost a lot of money. And I was kind of a little bit naive, because I want to make money, and thought about a product, a supplement product. And I was quite sure, oh yeah, I can sell it, But without marketing knowledge, without knowledge about how to market any product, I failed big time, but it was the greatest learning I've had in my life so far. And going forward, everything I've learned in the past, I'm trying to do better. So Now me doing YouTube, it's like, okay, I try to focus on the marketing side of something or of a service, of a product or whatever first. And then later on build a product around it once I've understand the marketplace, once I understand the people I want to serve, right? So now I'm taking a different approach to business.
I want to get into the trend that we're currently seeing. You work with automations and AI, and everything that's happening with Claude Code, where every company is trying to adopt Claude Code or an adjacent version of it. What are the patterns that you see that others that are not in your position are seeing?
I think most people use AI on a very basic level, and they don't really understand how capable AI is, on which use cases they can apply AI. So on the one hand, they don't know how capable AI is. On the other hand, they don't know the use cases, so there is a big gap between both worlds. So I feel like with AI developing, maybe we will hit one stage where AI is so powerful that there is not a lot of development going on. Then it will be easier for people to catch up, grasp everything around it, and then use it for their day-to-day business. Because I feel like most people are using maybe 1 or 2% of capabilities of AI.
Wow, so give me some examples.
Yeah.
Like the examples of people who are using it to, you can call it max potential
Yeah.
or near max potential. Versus the people who are only using it to 1 to 2%.
Yeah.
It's helpful for the viewers to understand, like, am I using AI
Yes.
to its max potential? So if you can give some examples, then that'd be...
Yeah. In order to max the use of AI, you need to be self-aware about what you are doing. And this is the biggest challenge, I would say. You need to be self-aware of your processes and what you are doing every hour of the day. And you also need to question yourself whether what you are doing is an efficient way of doing it. And I feel like most people are struggling with questioning themselves, even though they could use AI for it, but sometimes they don't think about, okay, using AI to question myself and to question my strategy. So I think a very self-aware person will have it way easier compared to someone who doesn't think about, who is not mindful about his life, right? This would explain it good.
What are some of the dumbest things that you've seen people wanting to automate or wanting to use Claude Code for?
So they want to automate, like to send email, for example. This is not a very good, it is a use case you could use, of course, to work with AI. But I would focus on the 20% like Pareto, which makes a lot of leverage for your business. And I would focus on those kind of tasks. Of course, in order to automate something, the automation needs to be based on rules. So you can't automate everything where judgment it's needed a lot. Even though AI is helping us a lot with judgment, but you can't automate manual labor, for example, with AI. You need to find those processes which are costing you a lot or which has a lot of potential to make you more money, and think about it and how to automate it and how to use AI in those processes.
For someone that's watching and just want to do it themselves, they may be starting a business or want to automate parts of their life. How would they use these tools? What are some practical examples someone could now sit down with Claude Code or any of these tools and just do it?
Yeah. So I would advise to pay $20 upfront, like the monthly subscription for Claude or for Codex or for OpenAI. Don't use the cheap one, like the free one, the free version. With it, you will unlock like the agentic coding capabilities of AI. This would be the first step, at least the $20 a month. Then I would think about my processes and then use the agentic capabilities, like the chat functionality. It's pretty boring, right? You can ask stuff and you will get answers back. But what is really interesting are the agentic capabilities of those applications. And that means Claude Code or Codex in the case of ChatGPT, both really good. Also ChatGPT in the last weeks, they became crazy good. Right now, from my point of view, it's the best agentic coding tool right now.
So you
but
think
let's see.
Codex is better than Claude Code?
In the last 3 weeks, yes.
And what are the differences that you're seeing when you work on X task in Claude versus the X task in Codex?
Yes.
What differences do you see?
So what you will realize immediately is that the token usage in Claude Code is you will hit the rate limit faster compared to Codex, even though Codex is more expensive. But you will get better result with a bad prompt compared to Claude Code right now. This might change in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks, but right now, I feel like Codex is the more powerful tool. Also, the computer use functionality. I don't know if you know it. Codex can go on your computer and do all kind of stuff for you on your computer. It reads a graphical user interface, and it doesn't need an API connection. And this is a huge unlock for AI.
How do you go into that with that mindset that Claude and Codex, they react differently to different types of prompts? Have you seen the same thing happen?
Yes, 100%. I've done some tests in the past. And to be fair, I'm using both tools at the same time also. Sometimes I code with Claude Code, or I start with Claude Code. Sometimes I start with Codex, and then I I add Claude or Codex to the project. I ask the other tool to double check the work which is currently going on. So I'm trying to leverage or to use both in order to create the best result possible.
What's a tool that you're using, maybe you're just starting to use, that is kind of underrated, that you're seeing in a few weeks, a few months could become something like a big deal?
Yeah, there is a tool called Clicky or My Clicky. I don't know if you heard about it.
I think I've seen it on X.
It sits on your desktop, actually only for MacBook users, and it can do everything for you, right?
Similar to a Claude bot, or is it different?
Not really, because Clicky can also click on you see what Clicky is doing, and Clicky is recording what you are doing on your screen. So he is getting knowledge out of seeing you do work. If you go, for example, to your Google Calendar, it will read your Google Calendar and understand it, but you didn't prompt it to do it. So Clicky is watching every step you are doing in order to come with some ideas on how to help you. But it can also do real tasks for you in the background, and this is very powerful. So check out Clicky or My Clicky, something like that.
Take me back to like the earliest of your memories that you have as a child. And then I want you to walk us through those earliest memories, how Marc became a consultant, how you went through school, and then the big decision, moving to Dubai and making this move.
Yeah, so I was born in Togo, but the day I was born, my father was not in Togo already. He moved to Germany, like in 1993, okay? Because the political situation was a little bit complicated in Togo. So he moved to Germany. I stayed there with my mom and with the DeFanti family. DeFanti is my family name. And I went to school, and we were, for Togo's perspective, we were quite rich. But for European standards, we were very poor. But it means I went to the best school possible at that time in Togo. So I had like the prime minister's son in my school. I had a minister's daughter in my class, so it was very special. For me, it was sure, at one point I will move to Germany. So I was that happy kid who has this huge opportunity to come to Germany, because everyone in Africa, if they could, they would do it. For me, it's like I already won in the lottery coming to Germany, that I can study and do all this kind of stuff, Then with 10, I came to Germany, didn't speak the language, knew nothing about the culture, learned the German language, went to school there. And I've done in Germany almost everything, like starting my apprenticeship for 3 years, and I was selling phones. I was selling like iPhones in a telecom shop, right? But I wasn't happy with the job, but I wanted to finish it, because I'm someone, if I start something, I want to finish it. After that, I went back to school for 1 year, so that I have my diploma, so that I can go to the university. 3 years apprenticeship, 1 year of school, so I'm 22. Now I left the city where I was, but before leaving that city, my apartment, or the building I was living in, there was a fire. So I left the city with no clothes, with almost nothing.
Wow.
My books, everything was destroyed. It was also hard to apply for university, because I couldn't go into my apartment. There was nothing there. But at least I've got my diploma from the school, and I could apply for the university. Then I left the city of Freiburg, it's in the south of Germany, and moved to Cologne. This is where I had the biggest personal development in my life, because I was not around family anymore. I was not around friends anymore. I was on my own, and a lot of things happened there. I'm not a very technical guy, but studying business, or like computer science and business at the same time, it's a mix of both. It was really, really tough, but I wanted to make it, and I knew that only 4 out of 100 students make it within the 3 years. So most people need like 5 years, 5.5 years, and it was quite challenging because I knew if I don't make it within the 3 years, I will be in financial trouble. So I was able to do it within the 3 years. I was one of 6 who were able to do it within the 3 years, and I was very proud of myself. I was not one of the best ones, but for me it was like I've achieved it, you know. But then I didn't know what to do. And in the meantime, I was sourcing product from China, tried to sell it on Amazon, but I was very naive. I was sourcing hoop earrings from China and I thought I'm going to make a lot of money now. But I made maybe 25 euro net profit a month. And then I started my master degree because I didn't know what to do. It was sure for me, okay, I want to become an entrepreneur, but I didn't know at that time what to do. I didn't have any friends who are doing business, nothing at all. And I was 25 years old. Some friends told me, why not? You have the offer from this company, go for it. They are going to pay your master degree and everything. Why not doing it? It was great. It was a really nice experience for me. But after the master degree, COVID started. And it was during COVID where I thought about I need to sell a bigger product. And during COVID, spray bottles were a thing, you know. And then I started selling those spray bottles, made maybe 500 euro a month. It was going quite good, but I wasn't happy with the product. I was working at the same time as an IT consultant, and I wanted more. There was a mastermind in Dubai, which I attended. It was 2022, kind of the mid of COVID, end of COVID. And I came here to Dubai and met a lot of great people. The energy in Dubai was special. Everybody was in business, were doing cool stuff, great ideas. And it was sure for me, okay, I want to live in this place here. This place here is different. But at the same time, I was struggling in my mind because I thought I need a better product. I'm still in e-commerce, and that's why I thought about selling the collagen supplement. At that time, it was not that popular. Then I started sourcing the product. It took me around 1 year because I was working and sourcing and all of kind of stuff. It was quite complicated, finding a manufacturer and so on and so forth. And I needed a lot of money in order to do it. I needed around 20,000 euro just to create the product. Then to have the whole packaging and so on, another 10,000 euro. At the end, I took a loan of 20,000, but I wanted to make it happen. Around that time, I met also Jordan, and sometimes I was asking you some questions on how to market it and so on. But after 3 years, 4 years, I've lost around 50,000 euro because I was inexperienced. I didn't know what I'm doing there. I was selling here and there a little bit, but it was not profitable at all. I've lost a lot of money, but it was the biggest learning I had so far. But at the same time, I was working in the consultancy, now almost 5 years. And this is where I decided, okay, I need to quit my job. I need to change something. I can't continue like this anymore. And this is where I decided, okay, I will quit everything, come to Dubai. I don't know what I'm going to do in Dubai. I don't have a job. I don't have like a service business, a real service business yet, but I will make it happen.
Take me through that. Like, what was the decision? What was the moment when you knew, like, I have to do this? Like,
So also just to understand the magnitude of the sacrifice, what was the salary? What did they pay you in that job?
It's a very good question. So I was getting paid 3,900 euro after 5 years. I was a senior consultant. So like it was net what they paid me on my bank account. It was around 6,000-ish euro every month. Okay.
Right, there, minus the tax.
Exactly, minus the tax, it was 3,900 euro I was living off. And
It's a really good European.
Exactly, it's a good salary in Europe, in Germany, and I could afford doing almost everything. But inside, I was not happy because I knew with 45, with 50, and I have some co-workers, they are just doing business as usual. They are not motivated. They are just doing it and hope for the retirement, you know. And to me, this was like to see this, I don't want to become this. During my bachelor degree, I knew this is not the way, but I didn't see a path on how I can make it. There were no one around me who showed me this. But around 2018, this is where I started my personal development journey. I was spending money to get knowledge, to see some other viewpoint on the world. And this is where my perspective shifted and I had kind of an idea, and I saw people making a lot of money, being entrepreneur, and this really inspired me. But I knew already with 21 years old, 22 years old, I want to become self-employed. I want to become an entrepreneur. That's why I was testing e-commerce, testing the collagen business, because I wasn't 100% in the business. I was doing 2-3 things at the same time. But I quit my job last year on the 20th of June. And since Dubai was already planned, it was a little bit scary, but scarier compared to this was what will happen afterwards. You don't have a regular income. And what you have to know is, before coming to Dubai, I was working every day, like from Monday to Sunday. I even took a job with minimum wage. I was like an IT consultant, a senior IT consultant, kind of had status. But on the weekends, because I couldn't find fast a job, but I wanted to earn money, I went and I was working for a mini golf place, and I was working for minimum wage so that I could save as much as possible before coming, because I had my e-commerce thing going on, taking a lot of money from my bank account, but I need to save money because once I'm here, I don't know what is going to happen. So at the end of the day, you just need to put in the hours and the work. You need to work really, really hard. When I came here, I didn't have a job, and then I was kind of working for a sales company kind of for 2 months, but I didn't like it. After 2 months, I quit my job and everything. And then I was like, okay, what am I doing now? Okay, I love AI. I was helping here and there some agencies automating stuff. Why not creating content about AI? I provide value for free. People can watch it, and maybe down the line, if they are interested, they will reach out and ask for help, right? And this was my strategy. Try to provide as much value as possible, try to create as much videos as possible in a short period of time, because I understood that, okay, if you want to succeed on YouTube, you need to push out videos. You need to push out 2 or 3 times a week videos. Nowadays, I feel like if you want to be one of the top 1% creators, you need to push every 2 days. But at that time, my goal was to push 2 to 3 videos a week so that I can build a following. What that means, what the following means, we will see in the future. That's why I've really focused on pushing. I had a little bit of money, but after 1.5 months, one entrepreneur contacted me and asked me if we could work together. Here and there, 1,000 euro, there, 1,000 euro. And then this saved me for another month, then another month, then another month. And it was like a monthly thing. It makes something with your head, right? You are stressed, but at the same time, you are optimistic because you believe. You have to believe that it is possible. And you will have your days where you are not very motivated, but you still need to come, sit down, work, and get it done. Exactly.
Yeah. So a lot of people, when they go through this and they want to build their own thing and do something very ambitious, there's always pushback. So people trying to hold you back. Mm-hmm. In Europe, we have this thing where everyone needs to be equal. Mm-hmm. And if you try to go beyond that, it's like, who do you think you are?
Yes.
Did you get a lot of that in the beginning?
Yes. Since I'm black, obviously, I feel like my position in the society is a little bit different. And I totally get that. I have this also with my black friends. So I'm very ambitious, and I tell them always to level up, to read books, to do stuff. And they were kind of sometimes looking at me like, this guy is a little bit weird, but I'm totally okay with it. And I don't have a big friend group. I have a selected few friends, but I was always clear in my communication that one day I want to become rich, I want to make a lot of money. And either you accept it or not, but I'm fine if you don't accept it. But I was not showing my real face at work. I was wearing a mask, but you didn't know who I am really. But living Europe, leaving my work, it's like I don't have to wear a mask anymore. I do whatever I want. I communicate however I want. I work whatever I want. And I don't really care a lot, thankfully, what other people think. Of course, when you are creating a video, you are, the way I speak, is it fine like this? Of course, there are self-doubt, but I don't think a lot about what other people think, and just try to make it.
What's the one thing you're chasing right now that you think will dramatically change your life?
Since I've made a lot of moves in the past and losing a lot, I'm more cautious about what is my next move. So having clarity only around what service, what product I want to offer will unlock, I think, a lot of potential for me, because I don't lack work ethic. I don't lack the technical part in order to succeed. Clarity around what service.
Also certainty in direction of like, if I just do this thing,
Yes.
that's what I want to focus on for the next 10 years, 15,
Exactly.
20 years.
Yeah.
Marc, this has been amazing. I appreciate you sharing your knowledge.
Thank you, guys.
Where can people find you? And if there's anything that you have going on that you want to share with the public?
On YouTube, you will find me under Marc DeFanti. We'll write it somewhere in
put
the
it in the
video.
description.
And there you will find me. Unfortunately, it is in German, but you can switch on English and then watch the videos. And if you are interested and want to work with me, just reach out. You will find a link in the video description.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Thanks, Marc.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.